Hello everybody, this is Seth Parrish doing a presentation on freedom and liberty for 4 of the works that we covered over the course of this, course. Each of these 4 works that we covered, they each tie into some kind of theme of freedom, liberty, or independence. Even if that's not the original intention that they had going for them, their themes, in some way, go back to being free and having their own choices and to do different things. After all, it is a very prominent and important theme that a lot of different stories over the years have touched on, and in general is a very good way to send a message of positivity and upliftingness and inspiration. Yeah, so hence these 4 works are able to get something like that across thanks to these kind of themes, along with the different things that they talk about on their own. First up is the Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet. It takes place in a time during World War II where Japanese Americans are being segregated against due to their role in Pearl Harbor, and as such the main characters, one Chinese, one Japanese, Americans of course, are unable to be together because of their freedoms being taken away, that they can't, both of them have freedom being taken away from them either by the country itself or by their families, and due to their loyalty or liberty towards them, they are unable to be together because of that. And in the end, they're only able to finally be together after a time when they have more freedom to do so, once they've grown up and the world war is over and all that. Guernsey Literary and Potato Pie Society was basically formed because of the German occupation of the island of Guernsey. So a couple people were caught past curfew and they had to make up a lie as to why they were out, and thus the titular society. Ironic, because the Germans' occupation was meant to take away freedom, but in the end it ended up creating a group of people who were able to help provide more happiness and sanctuary and freedom to more people and stuff like that. And of course the novel takes place many years after this was even a thing, but thankfully the people in the present day are able to carry on the legacy that these people left behind. Yeah. The Cask of Amontillado follows a man who is very privileged, has a lot of freedom and is able to govern people and himself. But even despite that, he chooses to take away the freedom of a man he believes has wronged him and who, in comparison, didn't have as much freedom as he did in the first place, but decided that he still wanted to impose himself because he could. And the work definitely draws attention to this contrast between the two men. Yeah, and unfortunately it shows that sometimes freedom goes to the wrong person. Thank You Ma'am, it shows an inverse of this, as a woman is attempted to be robbed by a young boy who unfortunately does not have much freedom due to having no money and pretty much being limited as to what he can buy and what he can have. Therefore, he is forced to resort to something he doesn't want to do. And thankfully, the woman, rather than attempt to take away that remaining freedom, chooses to instead give some of it back to him out of the kindness of her heart. Gives him money, helps him out, gives him food and stuff, gives him some advice, and hopefully, after this, he helps gain more freedom than he did before. All thanks to this kindness of this woman here, who was able to choose freely to help him out, even if it may not have seemed like he deserved it. It was in the end the best choice, and she made it of her own free will. So yeah, even if these weren't the overall messages that these books in literature were going for, they ended up still giving us good themes of how freedom and liberty and independence can still be shown in different works, even if that's not the original intent. And of course, kindness overall is something that is a choice that is it free to be chosen by anybody, no matter what their situation is. And yeah, I'd say that's a pretty cool theme to go with, and it's understandable why they chose these for these books. So yeah. Anyways, hope I've convinced you of that, and thank you very much for listening. See ya.